Hey, what's happening? Before we jump into the show, I wanted to see if you had any music on a hard drive. You have a band, you have a project, and you want to self-release your own music. Well, there's an easy way to do it. You can go to distrokid.com/VIP/hyphenate and go get your music up on all the streamers. You keep 100% of your royalties, and you can get 30% off by using this code. It's a great, easy way to get your music up on the streamers and share it with your fans, your friends, your family, your mom, your dog, everybody. Everyone wants to hear it. But go to distrokid.com/VIP/hyphenate, HYPHENATE, and send me the link. I want to hear it too. Send your mom the link. Send your dog the link. They all want to hear it too. We'd like to thank our sponsor, iZotope, the absolute leaders in intuitively designed plugins for audio restoration, mixing, and mastering. At iZotope.com, you'll find a plethora of tools and suites that will enhance your audio production, whether it's voice, video, podcast, or a full production recording session. Check out the industry-standard audio repair tool, RX11, or the multi-tool mixer plugin, Neutron 5, or the powerful Ozone 11 mastering suite, plus tons more. Go to iZotope.com and use the code FRET10 at checkout for 10% off. That's FRET10 to get 10% off at checkout. And again, the website is iZotope.com, IZOTOPE.com.
We're so pro.
I know, crazy. Right? Professionales.
Welcome to Hyphenate Halftime.
Hey, we're so professional. I forgot the show was starting.
I'm Aaron Farley. This is my co-host, Randy Randall.
Hey, what's happening,
We're just
everybody?
talking to Mike Arms.
Mike Arms.
As opposed to Mark Arm from Mudhoney. This is not Mark Arms show. It's just Mike Arms.
Do you think he has a brother named Mike? Mike Arms?
Mike Arms. Mike Arms are killing me.
Well, this is the show, Hyphenate Halftime, for September 29th. It's a Monday. Almost done with the month. This is it. You ready? Are you ready for October?
Almost ready for your favorite holiday of
Halloween. Halloween, right. You're not a Halloween person. We've established this as part of your character description. You're not a... So you don't have any Halloween costumes picked out?
No. I haven't even thought about it. I'm fine with Halloween. I'm okay with other people liking Halloween.
Gotcha.
And I like the candy part. I enjoy giving out candy. I always enjoyed walking with the kids when they would. I like that.
Do that.
Yeah. But I don't know. I do have a couple good Halloween costumes. That I have one good group costume that in mind
that you could pull off. You haven't done yet.
That I've always wanted to do.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is it a secret?
I don't know. I feel like it's probably been done before, but I do feel like it's a really good one. Should I keep it a secret?
I don't know.
Listen in next week.
Okay, this will be it.
Reveal.
Yes. You got to tune in every week, every halftime in October to find out what this great Halloween costume will be.
It's so good. I'm gonna give it one letter at a time.
I have to see if I can find a picture. But what the first year that we had our son, our first son, we were, he's probably 9 months by that point. Still little, and we were just losing our mind with no sleep and being first time parents. But we did go to a friend's Halloween party, adults, Halloween party. But we were they were new parents with the baby, and we still went to social things like that weren't all around the children. That was still adult oriented. And we was like, oh, we'll just bring them. Well, it's fine. We could do that. We don't know anything different. This is our first Halloween with the baby, and we had a great group. Set up as Raising Arizona. I dressed up like Nicolas Cage, and Shannon had a cop outfit like Holly Hunter, and then we put the baby in like a little like gray hoodie, and it was the fun. I had a pantyhose on my head and a Hawaiian shirt. Like, boy, you got a panty on your head. It was amazing. I think I won Halloween with that one.
That's good.
That was it.
I do love a good family costume. I feel like we had a couple good ones, and then usually I drop the ball. It's like Michelle's really into it. And I'm like, no, I got it. And then it comes down to 2 days before, and I'm looking around for stuff thinking like, "What? It should have been I feel like it should have been easier to find, like,
Oh no, you got to.
brown pants and a yellow scarf or
That's
something," and then you just can't find one,
you got
and
to
you're like,
start back in August. You know, as soon as August hits,
like,
that's when you got
a
to start
long yeah.
searching for things because it could take a while and you might have to change your
I'm
mind.
such not a good like, I'm not good at preparing for anything.
Yeah, what we did a Stranger Things one, I think, where
Ooh, that's
our
good.
oldest son was it was wearing he wanted a Demogorgon. He'd never seen the show. Like it would have scared the pants off of him, but he liked the idea of it. I think he saw that we had some Stranger Things stuff around the house, just
Yeah.
funny pictures or funny things, and so he was the Demogorgon, and I dressed up as a Hawaiian shirt, mustachioed, got the hopper, and then Shannon
Yeah.
was 11. So that was kind of weird
Amazing.
when we were kissing and making out. It was kind of funny to see
It's a
Hopper and
little weird.
11. It didn't quite work for that, but
But,
it was
that's what
fun.
Halloween's for.
Hey, you never know.
Halloween's
Yeah.
for creepy weirdness.
Yeah. Uh,
I love having
That's a
the,
good pull quote right there. Halloween is for creepy weirdness.
I do love having a couple, um, pieces, like, we do have like, a little drawer that just has just in case costume
Oh yeah.
ideas, like some accessories.
Hmm.
So I did have from years ago, I had like a white Andy Warhol wig
Oh, that's good.
that's been used for multiple costumes. Like one year I went as someone who had been electrocuted. And so the hair was standing up and all
Yeah,
my
the fright wig.
clothes were ripped and dirty. And then one year, I think maybe I went as Andy Warhol, which was the first one, and then God, that wig has been used for so many things. Like I've had hats over the top of the wig
That's
to
what
be
you
like a
need.
bank robber,
Yeah.
and like, but as long as I do feel like as long as you have a wig, it's really all like then you just have to play the part. Like you just have to figure it
And
out.
then you got embody the character.
Yes,
And
you
you
really
get
have to just a
yeah.
couple hours, you're good.
We have a big family photo from a Halloween, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago, of all four of us that our friend Vice Cooler took. We went to a haunted house, and we kind of got there early when the sun was still out, because our kids were still very little, but we're just trying to find things to do. And Vice was going around with a couple other friends, Dave Stone and Jim Smith, and they were like documenting all of these local, haunted houses. And so Vice took a really
Yeah.
great picture of us as a family, and our youngest is probably only 3 years old, and he's like picking his nose, and he's got, I forget what his costume is, but he's got his finger all the way up his nose. And then our older one is kind of like a Grim Reaper, and Shannon has like a Batman mask on. I'm wearing a big, like, adults like a dinosaur onesie. And just like it's a fun picture of the whole family together. It's black and white, and he blew it up really big for us because I'd commented. I was like, "Oh, it's a fun picture of the family of just kind of candid." But even though we were posing for it, but just I think it's just the finger up the nose that really sells it. I was just like, oh, okay, this is going to be great. So we have he was nice enough to blow it up for us. We have it framed in our living room, and I look at it all the time. So yeah, I mean that's the kind of stuff Halloween is, and my wife's birthday is also in Halloween, so she likes to use the whole month as a month-long celebration of her
to get ready.
Yeah,
it's amazing that everybody dresses up for her birthday.
I know, it's so nice, isn't it?
So nice, all these years.
Yeah. Well, speaking of my wife, she factors into last week's interview with Erin Allen, because her band went on tour with Erin's band in I think 2006. It was the only tour my wife's band had ever done, and it was a wreck every day. Sometimes literally. I think there was their van got totaled in Denver. Like they weren't in it. It was just got hit when it's parked out in front of not Monkey Mania, the other venue, Pixel Palette. No, what was it called? I'm spacing on the name of it now, but it was like a DIY warehouse in Denver.
Yeah.
And they went in, they loaded in to play the show, and when the show was done, they came out, and the whole like front of the van was just like ripped off. Like someone had plowed into it. Yeah. So that was the end of the tour, but there had been so many other crazier disasters. Like every night was just something went wrong.
Did they call it Erebus Nicks and Sticks in 2006?
That would have been good. Yeah.
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 I'd buy that t-shirt.
Yeah. We could make some retro duplicates if it didn't make it. But yeah, that was fun. But yeah, so I've known Aaron for a long time. It was fun. It was fun. Did you ever meet him or see any of his bands
I
or no?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I looked at his picture and he looked familiar, but then probably most of those years he was actually in San Francisco, so I probably wouldn't have.
Or right. Yeah. Yeah. He's been around, but yeah, it was great. I was glad we got the story. I feel like Tim Byron from the Maishi and now Hell Yeah has become the booker for the show. Kind of
Okay.
on Instagram. He's like, did I make this happen? I was like, I think so. Like you just keep recommending people and I'll just have them on. Like that's so easy. If you have people you want to have that I think that I should have on the show, just write me on my Instagram. Just comment on it. Yeah. I think he's trying to book Nils Klein and Carla Boslich. I imagine separately now, but he said I should have them on. And
amazing.
I agree. I should have them on.
You've already had Devin on, so that's like the triumvirate.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, I've met them both and have had conversations with them both over the years. So it'd be fun. I don't think it would be too heavy of a lift, but again, it's just time and just tracking people to, you got to schedule it. You got to do all the things, but I would love to have both of them on.
I love that because I don't think that there's a huge, like there's not a, like a big, what would you call it? Like you're recording all these pieces, but of a lot of noise musicians. And I don't feel like that has been like documented into like, and put into like a little packaged format.
Oh, that's a funny idea.
To talk about all these musicians
artists of the 90s and aughts.
Yeah. And I mean, I think you go all the way to the extremes of like, you could kind of put Lightning Bolt in the pop noise, like noise, rock. But like rock noise, noise rock. It's not noise rock though, but you go to that end and then you go all the way to like a Grape Dope and you go into like the drumming kind of like more introspective, I don't know, what would you call like beats, but not for abstract
rhythms.
Yeah, abstract rhythms, and you go that way too, and then you get in everything in between.
Well, I guess we had Kyle Parker on. His music is very ambient and very kind of like meditative. I'm down. That's it's funny. I never really. Again, this is me not seeing the forest for the trees.
You could have like, noise month.
Sure. I've invited John Olson
from month.
Sorry. What is the noisiest month? I don't know. It's a good quote. God. We should put that out to the audience. Tell us what the noisiest month is. March?
And why?
March? I don't know. Cicadas? Crickets? What do you get?
I feel like March is
July?
Still kinda...
With the fireworks?
July could
December? Because of all the carolers?
I feel like this has to be worldwide.
I got it. Wait. It's what do you call it? The alliteration. November.
Okay.
Noise November. There we go.
Oh yeah, Noisevember.
What about Zoidberg?
Hey, it's Noisevember, everybody. Hey. All right, Noisevember it is then.
All right, here I can write this.
That's
down.
next month. You got to get this together.
Okay.
I guess
I could get this. Let's see. What do we got here? We put John Weiss on there. He hasn't been on it yet, has he? We'll put John Weiss. He's very noisy. I'll circle back to John Olson from Wolf Eyes.
Okay.
And then who else? And then we get Bill Nace, guitar. That'd be fun. He's noisy. He's played with the Thurston and Kim separately.
Oh yeah.
And then what's our noise? All right, the fourth spot. Maybe it'll be a floating one. Again, write in hyphenatehalftime@gmail.com and let us know who is this fourth noise nick we need for Noisevember.
The noisiest, the noisiest guest.
Yeah, who can we get for the noise, for the fourth noise totem pole? I mean, I've been asking Lee Ronaldo for like 2 years now to come on.
Oh yeah,
I usually bug him sometime around February, but he could fit into Noisevember. I feel like he's a noise guy.
Oh yeah, that would be amazing.
Fun. Okay, all right. I'll write him down and maybe I'll bug him again. I'm gonna say that he is being nice, but maybe he's just trying to blow him, he's always like, oh, now's not a good time. I have stuff to do.
Okay.
But I'll go for it. Why not? I'll try it.
Just keep pushing. Keep pushing.
Right? Yeah. I have a very soft touch, I think, when it comes to booking the podcast. Usually I ask, and if someone says no, then it's like, okay, that's cool. Well, let me know if you want to. There's a couple of people I've asked. Gary Panter, the comic book artist and musician, we did a tour with him. He wanted to, but he was getting his internet fixed, he said. So he was washing his hair that day, so he couldn't do it. So
was he in a band?
He had a band called Devin, Gary, and Ross that No Age toured with in 2013.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was Devin Flynn from Pixelton and Gary and Ross. What was Ross in? I forget Ross's other bands. They were kind of like, psychedelic country. But then it even had the guy from oh my gosh, I'm spacing on the names. Anyway, it was cool. They sounded awesome. It was really fun. But yeah, it was great. We did a bunch of shows up the West Coast with them, and then we did some shows on the East Coast. I think we went from Chicago to New York and back, and we played Coney Island. It's this like arts kind of like amazing party, and it was hilarious. And we went down to Baltimore, played Floristry, this big kind of DIY warehouse with them, and yeah, it's really fun. Oh, and with Chris Johansson's band Sunfoot also did all those shows. Okay. So it was like Devin, Gary, and Ross, Sunfoot, and then us, and that was really fun.
It's a very artsy lineup,
right?
I like it.
I know. We I felt artsy by proximity.
Artsy by proxy.
Yeah, we played.
That's a good name for a band.
Yeah, we played the
Artsy by proxy.
We played the Hammer Museum here in LA. That was kind of the kickoff for that an Object tour, which is probably our most art by proximity kind of record. So yeah, it was all part of the design, I think, for that. But yeah, that'd be fun. I don't know. The other one who I keep asking, I guess I can let all the cats out of the bag. I mean, maybe if they ever come on, this will be a funny story. People will know. But I've been asking Chuck Dukowski from Black Flag, the bass player and sort of overall Svengali maestro of that organization. And we keep getting derailed because he's doing tile work on one of his rental properties in Venice. And so we end up just like, he just sends me pictures of his tile work and grout, which looks really good. And then we just talk about tiles and things and the home renovations. And then I just forget to, and
then a month later, you're like, wait, I was supposed to ask him to do the podcast.
No, usually I ask him and he's like, oh, well, I'm busy. This is what I'm working on. Look at this. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Those look great. Where'd you get those from? How did you do this? That. What is that? And then he sends me more pictures once it's finished and more work gets done. And then we're just on to it.
What if he just has a blank
fantastic
room in like the side of his... What if he just has a blank room or like the corner of his garage that he just constantly retiles and he just tells people he's tiling all the time?
Yeah. Well, my favorite thing though is there have been a few people who are on the more well-known side, and I will run into them like, "Hey, when are you gonna have me on the podcast?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't want to bother you because I figure you're a celebrity and people know who you. I would hate to think that we're just friends, where I'm calling in favors rather, whatever. It's like, but if you'd like to, but if this is you volunteering, I will certainly take you up on it. Like, yeah, I thought you'd never going to ask me. Kind of do like, oh, like I hurt their feelings. And I'm like, sorry. I just assumed you were too important to be on my dumb podcast. But if if you want to be, yeah, let's do it. And then I follow up, and then it's like, oh yeah, I'm too busy. I can't do it. Like, I know, that's what I'm saying. You're a celebrity and you have important things to do, and you don't have time to do my dumb podcast.
That's good.
But then you yell at me that they want to be on it, maybe, or they think they're supposed to say that.
I like that.
Yeah, so like, I'm not big timing you. That's the last thing I'm doing. I hope
that's good though. That means you're on there. Your podcast is on their radar. That's all. That's all that matters.
I guess. It's nice. It's
or
nice.
Their assistant went, "This is Randy Randall. He has a podcast.
Right. Yeah.
Ask him why you haven't been on it yet, and we'll move on."
Yeah. That's just it's the Hollywood politeness. So
Tom Cruise always does that, Randy. He always does that to everybody. It's not just you.
Well, I love the coconut cake. Just keep the coconut cake coming every Christmas, Tommy, and we'll be fine. You don't have to do the podcast. I did just see that Leonardo DiCaprio and Benicio del Toro did their first podcast ever. Each of them, I guess, had never been on a podcast, but they're teaming up. They're promoting the new Paul Thomas Anderson movie, and they were on the Kelsey Brothers podcast, the Taylor Swift husband and his brother. They have like a podcast, and it was this funny rave up thing, like they got 14 Academy Award nominations between them. You know, they're from such films as Fear Loathing Las Vegas and Titanic. And here they are, and then you can just tell they're both just like, wait, what? What did we get
It's
into?
like, where are we?
Like this was not my.
I don't even do.
Happen.
Yeah, they're like, I don't even do Johnny Carson anymore. They're like, that's not a thing anymore. Really? Like, wait, who is it now?
Yeah.
Jay Leno? Nope.
No.
Conan O'Brien? Nope.
Keep going.
It's been a while since I've been on the TV.
But yeah, it was funny. But yeah, I loved the interview with Erin Allen last week. I thought it was a lot of fun getting to catch up with him and just sort of hear his story. And I mean, just the DIY, you know, practicing in lockouts, or what do you call it, in like storage spaces. Like,
yeah.
Like get a storage space and you can practice in there. Like, sure.
Slide the guy $20 bill to not call in a noise complaint and go about your work.
I mean, do those places usually have power? I feel like that's the thing. You don't know. Yeah. You get a plug. I mean, maybe you get a light bulb. I mean,
a lot of times there's plugs on the out, like there will be a plug on the outside and you could just run an extension cord, I guess. Gosh. I mean, I remember Joel from Dios used to, the first time I went to shoot photos of them, or maybe we were packing stuff up to go on a tour. Mm-hmm. And I went in, and their whole practice space was inside of a storage unit. And then he was living there also.
Oh my God.
So it was like a whole, but it was like huge. Am I making this up?
No, I don't know.
I don't think so.
I've thought, I've been, you know, I've had the thought when moving out of one place and putting a bunch of stuff into storage, like, why am I going to pay all this money to live somewhere else? I probably could just sleep here, but I've never actually done it. There's like a lot of mothball sort of smells.
$250 a month.
Yeah.
You just have to go in early enough to where the cameras don't wonder why you never left.
They don't want you to do that, right? And it has to be against some kind of rules where they could kick you out, I suppose.
Oh, it's definitely against
some kind
all
of health
sorts
code.
Of codes.
Okay.
And stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how would you lock it? Because you have to lock it from the outside, right? They don't think there's not an interior lock. You'd put it on and you couldn't really lock it, I guess.
I guess not. I don't know.
In terms of safety.
I'm sure there's ways to do it.
I'm sure if you go on the web, they would have something.
Please don't open weapons inside. But that probably maybe that works.
Yeah. But then even just bathrooms and hygiene and stuff, you'd have to have like a gym membership. I did live downtown. I don't think I knew you then at this point. Where was I? I was between places, and we were doing well as a band, and we moved out of downtown rehearsal, and we got our own weird like downtown kind of like live workspace thing. It was really downtown though, like deep downtown. Yeah. And it was just weird enough. Like the guy was like building them out, and it was kind of expensive, and there was a giant like aquarium in the lobby.
Okay.
And it was like a loft. Like there was a legit loft and like a little kitchen and a bathroom, but there was no shower. Like he hadn't just built the shower or something. We're like, oh, it's okay. We're just gonna be practicing here. And it just sucked. It was dusty all the time. It was just like that new
because he was working
construction, like, you know, concrete dust everywhere. We tried our best. We mopped it so many times, but we did build a little room, but it was never really soundproofed. And then I ended up sleeping there for like 2 months, but we were also like touring all the time. It was a weird one. It was a weird one. And it would get dark and it was weird. And and I just remember eating like top ramen with like veganese a lot, and then a lot of beer. Yeah, it was just like, it was not the dream I thought it was going to be.
Like enough beer that it felt comfortable. You're like, okay, I'm a lot of beers in. I think I can just fall asleep here.
Right. Well, and then probably a couple more past that too. But yeah.
I mean, there were definitely people living at downtown rehearsal.
Really? I never thought
there had to have been.
I guess so, right? Yeah. It would make sense.
Those places were big enough, and they all had, you know, everyone had like a couch or two in their spaces. There had to have been. Like that would be like the young producer's dream, right?
I guess
like
so.
I live in my space and I only pay $400 a month or whatever.
Yeah, and you use the down the hall toilet. I had friends that lived in buildings downtown that had the down the hall toilet kind of situation, but they were proper like like warehouse loft kind of things, but you didn't have toilets in your unit. You had to like go down the way, and it was a shared bathroom, even though
Interesting.
you paid rent. It seemed like a lot, like apartment style rent. But I was like, oh, this is kind of a bummer. It's kind of like a dorm or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I only had about 3 or 4 days right when I first moved here. I mean, maybe it was a week, but that I was living with someone, but I was like couch surfing at their place until I kind of found a place.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, no, this will be easy. I'm like, just sleep on the couch. And then a couple times of getting the phone call of like, hey,
I'm
um,
gonna have some
can you
people
come
over.
home? Yeah, can you come home later? Like way later? And I was like, well, I only have a car. I don't even
Like, can you go like
where am I?
tomorrow, like not tonight? Come on, like.
Yeah, like, wait, are you asking me to find another place to stay?
Oh
You're the
yeah,
one that said I could stay. Oh, oh.
that's hard. Yeah.
So, and it was only one time. It was one time that I ended up like, because I didn't really know anyone in town. Like, I'd only been there for like a couple weeks, and then I had one other person to call to stay on their couch,
Mm.
and I think like that I stayed on their couch for like 3 days, and then was like, yeah, I'm not the guy that can not feel guilty
Yeah.
sleeping on someone's couch
Like,
for more than a couple days.
yeah.
And so, and one night, I remember one night, this is probably like 3 nights in that I had been here, and I slept in the car, just parked outside and slept in the car,
Yeah.
which is fine. It's LA. It's like
Happens.
warm,
Yeah.
you know,
You're not gonna
and it was not
freeze.
in like, it wasn't in a sketchy area or anything. So it was like just parked and fell asleep. I think we had probably been to the bars the night before anyway. So, you know, and then, I just remember waking up at like 6 or 7 and going, "Did I just sleep in my car in LA?" But then I was like, I don't know. It's pretty nice right now. It's like I had moved here in May, June, so it was like perfect. And then I'm like, well, I guess I'll just start driving. And I didn't know anything, no maps on the phones or anything. So I didn't have a Thomas guide yet. And so I was like, well, I'll just drive around. I don't know LA. And I drove down and to like Santa Monica Boulevard,
Oh, okay.
which Santa Monica goes all the way from Silver Lake all the way to the beach. And I was somewhere in the middle there. And I looked and I was like, well, I know the beach is to the west. And I've been to Santa Monica before in the past. So I'm just going to get on Santa Monica. I'm assuming it goes to the beach. I'm just going to drive to the beach.
And
So I
sleep out
found
there.
Santa Monica and then just drove west.
Oh.
No, it was morning time.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But then I made it to the beach, and I was like 4 days in being into LA, and was like,
Living the
yeah, this place
dream.
isn't so bad. I'm like sitting. I slept in the car last night. Now I'm like sitting on the beach, got my feet in the water. This
Oh
is
my
good.
god,
I never thought I'd live by the ocean.
that's incredible. Yeah, yeah. Those moments where you really have to figure it out. I think I was good at having guests over again because once I had a place, I was always touring so much around that time. So I remember letting people just stay and like, I don't know, I'll be back on Wednesday or something. So just hang out, like
Yeah,
just have the whole place to yourself. Um, I forget what I was. Yeah, the crashing. I mean, we would crash at so many houses on tour also. So it was
yeah,
definitely got you very used to like all of that kind of stuff of just crashing on couches and floors and things. And it didn't. But there was something about being home. I was like, okay, you kind of want that little bit of privacy if you can.
definitely.
But sleeping in
I
the yeah.
always
Oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna say I always admired the people though that could just sleep on a couch for like 3 weeks or a month and not even care, and just be like, I don't know. I mean, they'll kick me out eventually, or not even think about it. Like, well, why? I mean, they have a whole empty couch. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they want me sleeping on it? I was like, who else is this?
Yeah.
The
What?
couch is not
It's
going to
free.
take care
There's
of
no one.
itself.
Yeah. There's no one there. Like, what would you be doing if you just didn't have someone on your couch
Listen,
all the time?
I'm recording a record right now. I got things to do, and one of them is not having to pay rent.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I was gonna say in New York, a lot of times I would sleep in the van just because, we'd be staying in weird like apartments or something, or not weird, but sometimes nice, but still somebody would need just to watch the van. And I often would be drinking heavily, and it was just easier to just be drunk and pass out in the van. And then, but there's those that remember the last time doing it, and it's like that morning sort of comes on like, I need a bathroom like right now, and I'm in a weird like part of town, like I gotta go find a restaurant, I gotta find something that's open now, and just try to sneak in and just like, oh, just here, I'm meeting some friends, use the bathroom, and not look like I just woke up and I'm rushing in there to use the restroom. That, you know,
like I don't even know what corner I'm on.
Yeah, I gotta find something quick. And then coming back to the van, I was like, oh, when's everybody else going to wake up? Now I'm awake. Now I can't go back to sleep. So I'm just in a weird van. And it's bright out. I can just hear the whole city going on. But our van, knock wood, up until this point, never gotten broken into in New York. So it must have worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the spot where it happens. That and Philly, right?
San Francisco or Chicago, right? Any city that they broke it into. Yeah. I mean, we got good at kind of hiding and disguising, but the big cities, if you're not in a paid lot, and even then, you know, it still could happen, but yeah, just put somebody in there. The first time we were there, we stayed with Anthony Berryman, who was a past guest. He was living in Chinatown. I slept in the van and it was just parked down the street in Chinatown in like 2003. And I woke up to somebody like messing with the door, like Jimmy and the doorknobs, and, you know, trying to like get in and something. Really? And I just like hit the mirror really quick. I was inside and like yelled, and they ran off. So I don't know if they were actually going to get in or not, but they were definitely looking at it, trying to see if there was anything easy to get if the door was open. So, those good old days.
Yeah, I definitely slept in a van once or twice I had gear for the night. Or whatever, watching the gear.
Someone's got to be on it.
Gear night.
But sometimes, I mean, I got used to it too. Sometimes I just liked it. I was like, no, I was gonna sleep here, because again, you knew what it was versus the weird like cat piss and like, you know, just dirt floors or like dirty carpet or just fleas or bed bugs or whatever else was inside the house. Sometimes, you know, because kind of houses where they would host a punk band they've never met before, just meet them at a show and say, yeah, come sleep at my house. Like those houses weren't always, you know, the most well maintained or hygienical type of places.
Yeah.
You know.
Maybe that's why I didn't really enjoy touring very much.
That was the fun stuff. Do it on the cheap.
I like a little. I'm not even like a expensive guy. Like I definitely don't. I'm not like
you could go Motel 6.
I need to stay in an expensive hotel or anything, but I do like the comfort of having
a comfort inn,
my own space. Yes. Just having my own space.
A La Quinta.
Like I don't care. Like you said, yes, like the La Quinta. The comfort of having your own space.
Red Roof
Just
Inn.
like our new sponsor, La Quinta Inn.
We really should get that for at least, if not for this show, for Joe Plummer's tour stories. You need like just some shitty motels, a nationwide Motel 6 or something, or Super 8. Yeah. Super 8 was our jam. We did Super 8 for a lot of things, because Super 8 somehow for those few years was just a little bit better than the Motel 6s.
Well, even this summer when I drove with the kids up to Washington,
where'd you go?
And we stayed at a couple nicer-ish, like mid-range hotels, but then we ended up having to leave a little bit early, and so I had to book some last-minute hotels on the way back. And there was one like when we're going through Nevada. Ooh. And
you coming down through Elko
in Winnemucca.
I've stayed in on the motorcycle trip. We did the trip up to South Dakota. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we went through Elko, Wells, Winnemucca. Yeah. Did you stay at the Clown Motel? Did you make the kids sleep in the Clown Motel next to the cemetery?
I would never even be close to that Clown Motel. Also,
and that's on that road.
Maybe this is what
we stayed there. We stayed there that night. I feel like I've told this story, but anyway, me and Patrick O'Dell.
Yeah, clowns and Halloween both don't go well.
Oh, that's so funny. So wait, where'd you stay in Winnemucca?
Just some spot. And I was like, oh, it looks nice, and you know, it's like $112 or whatever, and then you show up and go, oh, right.
$150 might have bought us some locks on the door.
And the problem was
they might have actually washed the sheets. Okay.
but it was like they still had a regular key. Like there were no
Uh-huh.
door
Oh
keys. And I
yeah.
was like, oh
Oh, yeah.
wow,
I know how
okay.
that smells
This is the
already. I can smell
motel.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like a little musty, and the sheets were gold. They were like gold lame kind of over the top.
Mm.
And then and it
How
was
do the
like a
kids
very
do with this?
nice. Oh, they're fine. They
Okay.
don't
They don't know
do.
because they don't have the years of like, don't do this. Like they don't have the experience of what that means to have a motel that crappy. It's a
No.
novelty to them, but like you're our age and you know like bad things have happened in motels like this. These are those
Yeah.
motels that
I'm like, this is called Dad didn't have a job until he was 48.
or you're making plans on the fly. I mean that's the thing. America is in more than any other place that I've traveled on tour. The American independent motel system is very passable. And you can make it work. I guess what I'm saying, like there's always a
Oh
place
yeah,
to
totally.
stay. I think
Totally.
it's gotten more
And it's
expensive like everything else has, but we used to be, never break the $100 mark. Like we try to get between 50 and 60, but this
yeah.
is just, that's now, everything's doubled in price, but $50 motel, sure. And cause who cared? Cause we really were only there for like at the most 6 hours. We were
Yeah, a
not going to
couple
be
hours.
there for very long. Like,
Well, that's what I always kind of figure too. It's like most motels or even hotels, the majority of the time you're actually out somewhere else.
yeah.
So it's your sleeping time. But I'm also like an okay sleeper, so I can sleep anywhere.
Me
So,
too.
but then I know that many people around me are like much more
Sensitive.
like they have a tough time sleeping in places
Oh
that
yeah.
are shitty. Where I'm like, I don't know. It is like once you get to sleep, right? I don't know. Bring your own pillow,
Yeah.
and then
No, I mean
maybe even a sleeping bag.
we would book the day of, like after sound check, we'd go get food, and then after ordering food, between the time when we'd order food and then would get delivered to the table, I could pick or we'd have the conversation, but I'd have the kayak up and I'd be playing kayak
Yeah.
versus the map just to get a sense of the city and how far out we had to go. Like get within 2 hours of a big city, and for something that looked decent and wasn't bad, I developed a pretty good like sixth sense on like, okay, based on geography, based on pictures, reviews, Yelp, I could kind of like play the game and find the right matrix for like, okay, just as close to $100 and just as far away from like blood stains on the pillow. Like, you know what I mean? This is
Yeah.
good. Like, let's get the prices close to $100 without it being, having like stab marks in the door from knives,
And it really could be, yeah. And it could like those are the situations where like $20 is a huge difference.
could be.
Like the 115 and $135
That
hotel
might be
room is
worth it.
like night and day.
I can do, yeah. I don't mind the cigarette
Yeah.
burns on the toilet seats and the cigarette burns on like the bathroom countertops. That's pretty common. The gross showers, pretty common. But you want that bed to somewhere have sheets that look like they've seen a washing machine once, that week.
Yeah.
At least they've been.
They
washed
should
at least.
feel
Yeah.
and like really tightly tucked in.
That's nice.
Like when you see
I'll take
those like
that.
really tight, like when you just see them for the first time and you're like, okay, tight tucked in sheets, and there's like 3 of them. Like at least 3 sheets. Okay, we're good. I feel like we're good.
The scariest part of this whole thing though, whenever you look at those maid carts, you'll see stacks of linens, right? Of like sheets.
Yeah.
You never see comforters. That top blanket is the same blanket that everyone's had in there that month, at least if not that whole year. That's the tricky part. You realize like, okay, they'll change the sheets, but that top one that you're sitting on, with all your clothes on, with your your sweaty jeans, everybody's sitting on that same one doing who knows what, and that doesn't get washed.
No. Yeah. And I used to work with a like a very particular woman who is very particular. She was like one of the most amazing art directors ever, but she was very particular with hotel stuff. So every time she came in, she would take all of the sheets off of her bed, just to get new ones and put them out. Like, I need new sheets, and she would take the comforter out and go, I need a new comforter.
Smart. It's not a bad idea.
So,
yeah.
And because she's like, well, they're not going to give you a used comforter. They're always going to give you
get a fresh one there.
Yeah, and it was either that or she actually would just, um, bring a bag with her own comforter in it.
Smart. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah. It's not, yeah.
very smart.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm also the kind of thing too, where like, a little dirt will set you right. It's like, it's an inoculation. You
Yeah, I
can't
don't
worry
get
about
sick that
everything. So it's just like, it's all dirty, but if I'm tired enough, but like, I'm not clean with this. I'm dirty. This is dirty. Everything's dirty. We're all dirty. Dirt's fine. We're this, what I mean? I don't need a hermetically sealed tube to sleep in. Like, this is probably fine. I've just been sweating, playing in some,
Yeah,
warehouse or basement or venue. But even that, the it's all gross and everything's gross all the time.
I
So you
just
just
got
gotta,
hugged and high-fived by 100 people. I
yeah,
think we're gonna be
yeah.
fine.
I've shared enough, stuff here. I'm looking for a hot shower and a soft thing to sleep on, and that's it.
Yeah,
We'll be up at 9 in the morning and driving again all day long.
and
So
that's you getting, high-fived and hugged by 100 people. Me, it was like 2.
yeah,
2 people max, maybe.
yeah, yeah. They're
And most of those 2 are like, "Good job. All right, the door is that way.
yeah.
Like,
You can get out
you
here
need
now.
help you need help, loading out?
There's no more
Because I can call
photos.
someone for you."
Oh man. Yeah, but yeah, I loved, Erin's story was good. It was good. Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I liked his vibe too. I went through I like his paintings,
Yeah.
by the way.
Incredible,
I
right?
went through his Instagram and I was like, "Oh, these are awesome." Like it's very very free, kind of, I don't want to say childlike, but
No,
it's
there
like
is.
in a
There's
good
definitely
way.
there's a whimsy to it all too.
In a
Like,
really good way of like it just feels like someone painting. Like
mm-hmm.
painting for real, not trying to paint. It was just like someone painting really interesting things and using interesting colors and it's fun. And then I just went through his Instagram a little bit and like listened to some of the bands, like the music stuff that he posted and the people that he had been on tour with, and yeah, it was fun. It's just like super loose, weird, like crazy sounds and spaces and art, and yeah, it was awesome. It's like cool ink drawings and yeah, super creative, like amazing.
Yeah, yeah. He's definitely one of those people I always feel it's just the lifelong artist. You know what I mean? No matter what else is
Yeah,
happening, like there's always something creative that he's doing. And it's always been inspired, and he's always so great at helping out with shows too, and just what I mean. It was like our kind of connection for a lot of years in the Bay Area for setting up cool shows, and yeah. I'm glad Tim Byron booked him on the show. It's good.
the hyphenate booking agent.
Yeah. I was so bummed I didn't get to see the week before his guest, Russell Edling of Golden Apples. I was going to see them play here in LA, and then they were going on early. I misunderstood the show. I thought they were playing later in the evening, and I just was socked in with dad duties. And I was like, they said they went on at 7:30 or closer to 8. I was like, I'm still here. I can't. I was like, I can get there by 10. I can get there, if I leave here by 8 or 9, I can get there 9:30 maybe, and it just didn't work.
Where did they play?
They played at the this is what sparked last week's very normal, very okay conversation about. They played the Masonic Lodge at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery.
Right.
So
That's right.
that got us down. That I think we ate up 45 minutes of last week's show about
Yeah.
Masons and lodges and things. And all things stone cutters.
So did they learn how to build a new
a new alien
new lodge?
Launching pad.
You play here and we also give you the secrets of the 8th cinder block.
I did recommend that they go check out Golden Apple Comic Books, which is a kind of world famous comic book store that's on Melrose. It's been in a few places. I remember going there as a kid with my dad. I think we went to a few different signings. I had a window from like 88 to 92 where I was a comic book nerd because my brother's skateboard shop, they also sold comic books, and so I'd go with my mom and brother to like the comic book warehouse. Like there was like a third party distributor vendor warehouse, so we could go pick up all the latest issues, and it was great for the store. But then I would always like, ooh, yeah. So I got really like understood, like, okay, here's the frequency and here's all the titles, here's the 4 different X-Men ones, here's the these how many Spider-Mans there were. and just started reading them. And then before you know it, you have 8 different Spider-Man titles you have to get in order to follow one storyline. They would
Yeah.
weave them in. And it was great. But I think I had Todd McFarlane sign when they rebooted the Spider-Man series back to 1. And then I got Rob Liefeld when they did X-Force, and when they did the rebooted X-Men things. It was fun. There were weird moments. Did you ever follow comic books at that era? Oh, okay. It was, yeah. I mean, I was young, but they would do things, especially around then, because I think there was a popularity kind of surge happening where they would just like restart a timeline. So there's like things would get so crazy and there's some big event and they'd just be like, hey, here's X-Men. And you're like, oh, cool. But if you're a kid, it's like, oh, great. Now I can start the story from like issue 1, because all the storylines would get so spread out, which is kind of, I think, what the movies are doing now. Like these movies are so crazy and everything's spun out and no one's really caring. There's fatigue. So they may end up just blowing up a timeline and then just be like, oh, look, here's,
they just start over
someone else as Iron Man, like the rebooted Iron Man. And you're like, okay, I guess we're just gonna do this all again.
Well, I feel like for some reason Spider-Man was always that one, because they would just have different Spider-Man. And I guess then that was the last.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But then it was always kind of the same story.
Of course. Like
characters.
Yeah.
But for some reason that just worked with Spider-Man. I love that Superman finally worked out again.
Oh yeah. Have you seen this new one? We watched it with Ryder and I went and saw it in the theater, and then the whole family just watched it at home. James Gunn. He did it.
Yeah. That was the guy that did the
Guardians
of the Galaxy, right?
Yeah.
And but then it made me really nostalgic for how many times we watched the first Superman.
The Christopher Reeves ones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like at least the first 2. The first 2 are really good, right? The second one was with the 4 people flying.
The 3.
The 3.
Yeah. General Zod. Terrence Stamp.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they were and it was such a weird,
the
like,
negative zone,
it was a weird thing
Phantom
that
Zone.
Batman was like the TV show and it was funny. And then Superman was like this kind of campy but serious 80s movie. And then it just nothing until
1989's
Batman,
Tim Burton.
The Joker.
Yeah.
Right?
Tim Burton's,
But then that wasn't even that. What's the when was the last Superman? Like 80s or 70s?
No, they did Superman Returns, which Bryan Singer of the X-Men and Usual Suspects and Sex Crimes notoriety did in, I think, 2010.
Oh, but I mean before that, like those first 3.
Oh yeah, those were like 79. And then probably 80 and 83 or 84, and then 86. Probably the last one, maybe 87. The Quest for Peace.
Wow. But so then the Superman, and then Batman were only 3 years apart from each other.
From the last Superman to the Michael Keaton
to Tim Burton.
Yeah. Probably only a couple of years,
3 or 4 years.
But by that point, I mean, that last Superman was so bad and had really fallen from grace in such a hard way. I mean, it's a Golden and Globus, like, it's a bad movie.
So then the last good one would have been like 10 years before?
Probably. No, maybe not 10, maybe 8 years or 7
but even
years.
8 years, it seemed in my brain, it seems like Superman and that Batman would have been like 100 years apart. Like they seem so different.
Oh, right. Right. Well, yeah, right. Like the dark, gritty kind of thing of Batman.
Have you tried to watch that?
The 1989 one?
Batman?
No.
Recently? I was like, oh man, we got to watch this. And I tried to watch it and
I should try.
I don't want to say it was unwatchable, but I got like 5 or 10 minutes into it and was like, what is happening?
What are you, man? I'm Batman.
I had no idea. Maybe I was, I don't know.
That's one of those movies I definitely have tattooed in my brain. I had a not screen accurate, but very like highly molded Batman mask I wore while I waited in line at our local cinema plex,
Oh my God.
and to that film. I waited in line for an hour. I was like, there was only like 10 people there, but I was
Wow.
first in line to go see it. I mean, I was 8 years old, right? In 89. So it was like, I was very much the target thing. And I was, like I said, I was already kind of into comic books because my older brother and the skate shop and stuff. And so that was like that, and just all the hype, just like leading into that.
Oh my God, Prince.
Yeah, it was. I didn't know who Jack Nicholson was. I didn't know who Michael Keaton were. I didn't know any of that stuff. But I had seen Beetlejuice and thought that was great. That was the best movie ever made. And then now the same guys that did Beetlejuice are going to do a Batman movie. I was like, just take all my money. And I love that movie. I read the novelization as a kid, as a 9-year-old kid. Before it and then after it, I think I read it twice. And then when we got it, when it was, on sale, I think they sold it at like McDonald's as part of Happy Meals for like $10. The movie. And
Really?
I had it on VHS. I watched it all the time. I have that movie again. It's like those little things, like all the weird little Joker like sayings and things he says, and like to Bob, his second henchman, like, "You're my number one guy," and that's like what Jack Palance said to him. Like, I know of all of the things. Right. I knew the whole thing. Where does he get these wonderful toys? I dressed up as in Halloween that same year, so I probably saw it that. And then my mom made me like a purple thing with like tails, and I had the little beret and everything. Oh my God, I was so excited about that. Like being 8 years old. That's amazing. I was the Joker.
I love that so much.
Oh yeah, I dyed my hair green. I looked like a little. I probably looked closer to like a little chubby Heath Ledger than Jack Nicholson, but just bad makeup on. But no, I loved that.
You were telling the future.
Yeah.
Someday I will grow up and be a great Joker.
Oh man, yeah. No, that was all my stuff right there. That was right in the middle of that. And then Terminator 2, it was like the next year in like 90, 91, right in there. And I loved all of that stuff. I was eating it all up, man. Appetite for Destruction, Nevermind. To go from all of those things like all in a row, from like that's my like third grade to like sixth grade.
Yeah, you were in it. I mean, that was let's see. So that movie would have come out when I was in 8th grade. I remember that being in middle school.
So you're still cool enough, right? Yeah. Grade. Did you go see it? Yeah.
Yeah, totally. 100%.
And then the second one was even better, with like, it was darker and more fucked up with Danny DeVito with all the black bile coming out of his face and Michelle Pfeiffer. Crazy. But that first one is still my favorite. And I don't think
I'm going to give it
I don't know if it holds up. I did just show our 11-year-old the Christian Bale Heath Ledger one. We definitely had to fast forward through some stuff, only just because it was kind of boring. But he liked all the Joker stuff, like the big opening scene, and
so good.
I made sure we made it to the point where the semi truck flips over, and I had explained to him like, this is not CGI. This is a real. They really got a truck in the middle of downtown Chicago to flip 180 degrees onto its back.
So crazy.
He just wasn't expecting it, all that stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, this is a good. Yeah. That's
awesome.
I think that might be, so the 89 was probably my like most, influential Batman just on my life. But I have to think the Dark Knight, with Heath Ledger is probably the best Batman they've made so far. I wasn't a fan of the Robert Pattinson one. Did you see it?
I didn't see
the Batman. It was so dark. It felt like Seven or something, where it was just like the Riddler, Paul Dano is like the Riddler, just felt very like just over the top and gory and just so like psychologically disturbing in that kind of true crime sort of way, where you're just like closer to Silence of the Lambs or something. I'm just like, I get it. But yeah. And then it's got an extra like half hour. Like it feels like the movie's over and then it just keeps going. It's like, oh, you pummeled me with all this dark shit and there was no real like relief to it. And then you just made it double down with it. Now it becomes a mass shooting movie. Like how scary it is if crazy people like start killing people in public. And it's like, no, these are all like terrible things. I was already grossed out and feeling bad by the first storyline. And now why are we doing this storyline? Like, ugh. And then he kisses Catwoman and you're like, so that doesn't make any of this right. I feel terrible now. This is worse than watching Fox News. It's just like, oh, this is dark.
Yeah. So those aren't my kind of movies anyway. I'm not like a super dark, definitely not gory. I don't like gory movies at all.
Me neither. I
just don't get it.
I'm not good for that.
I'm not the.
But what's his name? Colin Farrell was good as the Joker. Like that was kind of a moment of levity. You're like, wow, okay, I didn't realize that was him in there. And then there's a whole other show, but I just don't even really want to watch the show because it's just so like, I don't even need more time in this world. And I know they have a sequel coming up, and they're hinting that characters from that one might cross over into the Corn Sweat James Gunn world, but we'll see. What about Did you watch Peacemaker? Now we just go full on comic book talk here at the end. Oh, Peacemaker is good. So James Gunn did a sequel, like kind of soft sequel, to the Suicide Squad, just called Suicide Squad, and that's really fun and good, and has like loose characterizations from the first one. But then the John Cena Peacemaker guy got spun off on his own show, and it's dark and weird, but really funny. The first season, now the second season's out, and again, it's still dark. Yeah, it's a show on HBO.
There's just too much.
Yeah.
I feel like what was the one? You're gonna laugh at me because I don't even remember the name of it. It's the last one that came out. It's like a Thunderbird or no, what is it? We were just talking about it upstairs. They turn everybody into shadows.
Oh yeah, the Thunderbolts. Yeah, that was good.
Thunderbolts.
Yeah. You were out with that one.
No,
that's kind of dark.
Like, because we were trying to think of. I was like, I swear I saw Superman twice.
Oh,
but I didn't. I only saw it once, and because I just remembered going to another superhero movie.
Yeah,
and so then we went and saw Thunderbolts. I went and saw that with Towns and Lila and Michelle.
It's kind of like the dark Superman sort of guy.
Yeah, and we were watching, and I'm like, I don't remember. And he's like, no, remember that one time? And he's like, I'm like, are you sure?
You're becoming.
Are you sure
dad?
I went to that with you? I mean, I remember, but I don't remember any of the characters and stuff. He's like, yeah, because I remember like you waking up and going, wait, why are there shadows everywhere? And I'm like, that's fine.
Oh, right.
It was a $14 nap. Nothing against the movie. The movie, no. I remember waking up during a very exciting part.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. This is a sign that they may need to reboot the whole thing. Just wipe everybody off the map and start fresh again. Back to one.
Or
back to one, everybody.
I did like Superman. Yeah. But it was because I like Guardians of the Galaxy too. So I was into that.
No, James Gunn knows how to tell a story. Lighter versions. The other nerd TV we just watched, and I was able to get Shannon on this one with me, was she likes these movies. Is the Alien Earth. It was really good. It's fantastic. I mean, that was another obsession I had from comic book days of reading all the Alien versus Predator comic books and all the Dark Horse comic books of the different Predator storylines and the different Alien ones. I liked those because they were limited series. They weren't like as ruthless as the Marvel DC ones where they would cross, tell these storylines across all these titles. Like they're usually self-contained, either like, 10 to 20 books. And then they would combine them all into a graphic novel. So they were kind of their own stories, but I have all of those early Alien ones. And that's kind of what this movie sort of felt like, or this TV show, the Alien Earth one. It's like, oh yeah, this is kind of like comic books where you take the characters, but you're kind of doing expanded universe stuff, but you introduce all this other stuff and kind of spread it out and get into it. Oh, this is really good. They just finished that series. I think it's 8 episodes.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's doable.
It already sounds like too many characters for me.
It's a lot of characters.
I'm a simple man, Randy.
You want a stand-up comedy special. I need it to be about 60 minutes, one guy on stage.
I don't even like those. I don't like those anymore.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You're done?
I can't even do those anymore because just politically, it's just, they're never.
Right.
Ugh.
I always want to watch more. I feel like
I'm on the mark. Have you seen
comedians.
those Mark Maron?
Yes.
Have you seen the Mark Maron things lately?
Or called out all the people. Yeah.
I do feel like I'm like, yeah, that's where I'm at. Wherever he's talking about, and Mark Maron from time to time has annoyed me for his, on his, not personally, but like his podcast. After a while, I was like, okay, this is, I don't know what's going on, but I do love the fact that he is standing up for just like, yeah, we don't need to be like total assholes to each other. Like, why are we trying to be the biggest asshole? Like, I get the comedy thing, but then there's the part where it goes up and over the top of like, yeah, but who's this helping? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I always felt like at some point comedians, the good ones that would rise to the top, had some kind of redeeming quality towards humanity. like
Mhm.
towards, like there was always it was the jester. It was like the person, there was the George Carlin, right? Like where you kind of like pretend you're an asshole a little bit, and then the big reveal is that you're not an asshole, or whatever. Or
Yeah.
like you're pushing that line to be like, I'm being like edgy and I'm pushing the line, but really I'm coming back to this space of like, and just the everything that's happened recently. I'm like, I don't even trust comedy anymore. It's such a bummer.
I will say Delirious is still my number one comedy special, and that's
Oh
not
my god.
without its controversy, but
Oh my god.
it's
No.
still my favorite. It's still, I
But
think
it's
that's,
funny stories. Like, yes, there's definitely some stuff I'm sure that even Eddie Murphy is like,
well, that's why
that's,
it
this does
hadn't
not
come
age
out. It
well.
wasn't when I worked at these video stores and video places. Delirious was not wasn't kept in print, and the theory was
Oh,
because
right.
of the homophobic things he said, the homophobic
Right.
jokes, that he wasn't comfortable with that, post 80s,
Yeah.
and so that he didn't want that out. But then I think it did get some kind of release on Blu-ray or DVD or online streaming stuff. So it's I think it's
Yeah.
viewable now. But in the days of physical media, that was one of those things. I remember at Amoeba we did get a VHS copy of it, and I think they had it listed for like $300 because it was just that hard. But everybody asked for it all the time. Like, do you have that one?
Yeah.
With Eddie Murphy and the red suit, and like, I'm just looking for that one. Where is it? And I'm like, oh no, that's the white whale. You can't find it. It's unfindable. We grew up with it. It was in every store in the 80s, and then once word got out that it was out of print, people would steal it from video stores. It was the only way to get it for yourself. Right. And so then once I got taken out of circulation from a video store, there was no other place to order it from, and so it just would go out of circulation in those rentals and stuff. But you could make copies and bootlegs and whatnot. But oh my god, it's so good. It's better than Raw. The purple leather suit, the red leather suit was a better one.
Oh my god, I listened to Delirious like 1,000 times.
Right? Oh, did you have it on tape?
Yeah, my friend and I had it on a regular tape, but then we had like Led Zeppelin written over it or whatever.
Oh, so your parents wouldn't find out.
Yeah,
that's incredible. Well, he had his like record too, like Party All the Time. And,
oh my god!
And then
you gotta
put something up in your butt. Yeah, put a telephone pole up your butt.
Yeah.
That was like, I got that at a truck stop, I remember, on tour, and just would put it on in the van, just like, no more Eddie Murphy.
All those comedians wanted to be musicians. He could remember Dennis Leary. Dennis Leary had I'm an asshole.
Yeah. Well, Sam Kinison, but I mean, Eddie Murphy could sing. He had that song. He sounded like Michael Jackson. I mean, even in Delirious, he had that great line where he had the Elvis impersonation. Gotta win this race. You just gotta sing. Teddy Pendergrass, scared pants off of people. You got what I need. Michael's so sensitive, just so sensitive. Like, stop playing Tito.
He used to do his James Brown too.
Get in the hot tub.
Get in the hot tub.
Yeah, for his SNL. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, the best.
Lemonade. The best. A cool, refreshing drink.
Yeah, back then Chevy Chase was the only asshole. Now we're just full of them.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's a good place to stop. We'll offend Chevy Chase and leave it there. If anybody sees Chevy Chase,
we could only hope
call him an asshole.
That Chevy Chase would come on your show and call you an asshole.
I can guarantee that'll never happen.
At the end of 4 years, finally, Chevy Chase makes his debut.
Tells you to fuck off.
What is this?
No, it's great. I do listen to this We Hate Movies podcast, which is a really fun bad movie podcast, and they have a trailer game they play where they'll pick a movie that has a trailer on whatever the VHS of the movie they're watching is, and then the panel has they have to guess what the movie is, and whoever wins that game, it goes throughout the whole season. Whoever has the most points in that game gets to pick the cameo of the weird B star or whatever celebrities are on Cameo. This thing where you can pay people to give you messages. Yep. And so it's hilarious. They'll get people they'll have weird, I think they just had Bruce Dern on the last one, and just like, what is this trailer game? Because he's just reading copy, and he's looks like they're saying it's he's in his car with his cell phone. Someone ran in to get groceries and they left him in the car, so he's going to film cameos for $40 a pop, for 2 minutes of filming on his phone. And
Oh my god.
like he's just trying to read the copy. Like, it's a trailer game. It sounds like a game four morons would play. Like, this is terrible. But again, it's the funniest thing. You're like, yeah, it's kind of true. But Bruce Stern called them all assholes for $40.
Lila got one of those from her cousin.
Oh,
and
no.
It was
who was it?
But it was some guy. It was
Chris Kattan.
It was some like funny internet dude.
Oh,
I don't know, some like Italian guy that says some funny line or whatever
on TikTok or something. He's like a TikTok star. No, I know, but what's he from?
Oh yeah, something.
Okay,
I don't know.
She knew who he was when she got it.
Oh yeah,
she's like,
it was like
an
inside joke between the two of them.
That's hilarious.
And so when her cousin sent that, she was like, he's like, "Hey Lila, it's Jimmy John," and I'm like, "What's going on?" or something. He said his catchphrase, and they're like, "Oh," she loved it. She's like, She was laughing for an hour, and I'm like, "That's like the best $100 you ever spent."
You think that's how much it was? I think some of these are really cheap. I've looked into them for Shan for her birthday. I was like, who could I get to say happy birthday to her that she would actually like? I saw Ernie Hudson from the Ghostbusters, Winston Zeddemore, the fourth Ghostbuster.
He lives up here.
Oh, really? Well, he's on Cameo.
Yeah, I saw him at the post office once.
Oh my God. We'll see if he wants to come on and do the podcast. He looks great. I mean, he was in Gil's.
He looks the exact same.
Ghostbusters. He's like 76 or something, but he looks amazing.
And he looks
he's
like
buff.
He hasn't aged.
He's got muscles.
He's huge too.
Yeah, that's incredible.
He's like a very tall man. What was I? I don't know. It's going to be such a great ender. Womp womp.
We'll end there. We'll end on that.
Oh no, I know what it was.
Okay.
Like my friend Jess sent her husband Mike one from Paul Rubens.
What?
Like
from
2 years ago.
No way.
Yeah. It's like wild. Legitimate. But I think that it might have not been through Cameo. Like it might have been like through months of like, hey, I know a producer. I know
friends. Yeah, I'd heard he would leave messages. He would leave like phone messages for people. Like every day, he would spend 2 or 3 hours calling people just to say, "I love you," or "Happy birthday. It's your birthday." Like everybody he ever worked with, I knew a few people who worked on projects with him, and he would made it a point to like keep everyone's phone numbers and call them on their birthdays, or just send really sweet messages to people who were not, and who weren't like, celebrity producers. They're just like kids who were PA'd on a movie or he was in or something, and they were like, "That's amazing." He would make it a point because he knew how special it was. That's crazy. That would be wild.
That's awesome. Yeah. Wild indeed.
Yeah, it's a wild time. All right.
Great Paul Rubens.
I still haven't seen that documentary. That's on my list. After I'm done watching all these nerdy TV shows, after I watch Peacemaker.
It's really good and it's very weird.
Oh, sounds great.
It's like the way that it's made is very like good, like weird, but in a good.
I knew he was like kind of antagonistic.
A little bit, but it's like, but you can't. Yeah, I'll just let you.
Yeah, but it's one of those things we're gonna watch together. So I know we have to find the right night where we have enough runway to actually watch something. And we know it's a 2-parter. It would probably take us like 6 months to watch it, like 10 minutes at a time before bed.
Yeah,
and it's like I don't want to do it like that. Let's just save it till we actually have energy one night, and the kids go to bed somehow at like 7 o'clock. We can
because it's great to like. It's so interesting. The timeline to me was really crazy when they talked about what things happened in what timeline between like the shows and the movie and everything.
Oh yeah.
That I was like, that's crazy. It's just crazy.
Like how fast it all happened. Just
just like that the movie, like that. I always thought that the TV show was on forever before the movie, but the movie was first.
Yeah. The TV show came after. Yeah. Yeah. No, and he did all those crazy voice roles too. Like they didn't even know that he was Pee-wee's voice, where he did like Flight of the Navigator and even like the Star Tours voice, Rex, and he did a lot of like weird voice work too. That was kind of almost like unrelated to the other celebrity. Like he just was a good voice. It wasn't like they were getting Pee-wee Herman to voice the thing. It was like
yeah. But just all of his early years of like comedy and all that stuff too was like and acting and being in plays, and it was very cool. It was awesome.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I want to dig into it. All right, everybody, be well. I will see you on Thursday with another incredible interview. If you like what you're hearing, make sure you subscribe and put on the automatic downloads. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbor, tell the other neighbor, because, you know, you just never know when you're going to see them again. Let them know you got a good podcast you're listening to.
We all got a lot of neighbors.
And and let everybody know. We appreciate you sticking with us. You can write us hyphenatehalftime@gmail.com. You can also find us on the interwebs. Erin's handle is at Erin Farley with 4 A's, 14 A's.
7,000 A's.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
And then my name is Randy S. Randall on the internet. Is that what you call it? Yeah. At Randy's Randall. And you can find me there. Tell me who I should be booking. Help Tim Byron book the show. So let Tim know who you want to hear on the show next. And Noisevember, we got it. We can officially say it.
Noisevember.
We'll have Noisevember coming up in 4 weeks.
Can't wait.
I gotta get cracking on this. We'll see what happens.
You got this. I believe in you.
Can I make a noise version of like the theme song? Lucky for you, I have about 400 hours of those sounds on my hard drive right now at this very moment. So
you could just hook your mic through your pedal board and just do it that way.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Yeah. If I can't find somebody to interview, I'll just do that. I'll just interview. I'll take one of the other interviews we already have and just run it through like 14 different pedals, and then just have my side of the interview and their side just.
It actually starts on November 1st and it ends on the last day.
It's 30 days of just noise. Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's what I should do, is just release every day, just release another hour of unreleased noise music that I have on my hard drive.
Yeah.
And then
30 days of noise.
On the Thursday, we'll have an interview with somebody, and the rest of and then Monday and Thursday we'll still keep those, but then we'll have a Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday of just bad noise tracks that I have for an hour each.
Cacophony of noise.
Could I release?
Yeah.
What was that?
You've got enough.
Yeah, so 2 times 4 is 8. So if you have 30 days minus 8, so you have like 22 hours of unlistenable noise. Yeah, of course. Oh, that's easy.
Unlistenable to who, though?
Humans. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Would that alienate people, or would that keep people more excited? We'll have to find out. Yes, both. Yes, that is correct. Perfect. Okay, Noisevember is happening now. This is really heating up. We got something here. This is going to happen.
I love live thinking
live
about
planning.
This show.
I don't know when else we would do
planning.
it. There's no other time that
we don't talk other than this.
This is really it. Yeah, Shan was asking like, "Oh, right. So Erin's kids are about to graduate. They're looking at colleges." Just like, I have no idea. We don't.
Like, I'm going to find out.
We don't talk about this thing.
I'm going to find out on Sunday.
No, I mean, we just talked for an hour. I'm not going to ask you where your kids are going to go to college. I don't know. Yeah. I'll find out when they go. When I see you send out a picture of them like moving into a college. Like, hey, look. It's like, you didn't know this? Like, no, I don't know.
No. We don't talk about goofy stuff like that. We're talking about
we got the real
Jaws 44.
The real deal happening here.